Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to look at what makes a good website for a small business. And it's not quite as easy as you would think because even among very, very expensive websites such as Personal Injury and others, we will find all kinds of bad websites across every market. So let's see what we got here. We're in Bowling Green, Kentucky Plumber, and Hiller's not, they're across the nation, so I want something smaller than that. Mr. Reuter, no. All right, how about we'll look at Raymonheimer Plumbing. We'll just take a quick look at what he's got, and we'll talk about what he should have and what he shouldn't have. So there's one good thing I see right off the bat is I see the cities that they serve. I don't love pop-ups, but I do know that they work, but I think they aggravate people, so you got to weigh that in. So they've got the location there, but what we're missing is that call to action to call today, set up your appointment, say whatever it is that you want them to do. We should have that right here, and we're missing that. So that's number one. But we do have location, so that's good. You want it to be mobile friendly, and these are all things you absolutely have to have. So if you're gonna sell websites, you have to do these things. Mobile friendly, which means it looks good on the laptop, looks good on a desktop, looks good on the phone, everywhere. You need it to be fast loading. And you can look on different places that do speed test on the website, but you want it under 3 seconds to load. If it takes more than that, they're leaving. SSL certificates are another thing that you want. The HTTPS, that's a must because you need it to be secure, and you need to be able to build the trust of the people. If that was not part of this, it would probably show not secure up there, and nobody's going to want to be on that website. So those are things you have to have. Now you need to build trust. How do you do that? We need real photos. Let's see if we got that. We got that. I'm confident in saying that this is this is their group there, and they did not pick stock photos. Another one that some people believe works very good. I'm not necessarily convinced it does. I haven't seen anything that was super convincing to me, but testimonials with full names is nice to have on there. Um, you can find testimonials around the web, so I think a lot of people do that before they even come here. But if those on the website will definitely not hurt. So that's another thing you can do. About page that feels human. And again, we looked at that, and that does feel human. Uh, one of the things that I see you guys get caught up in when you're writing your about page is a lot more about yourself rather than what your experience and knowledge can do for the people. Make sure to make it in that target. So, um, to provide the highest standard of workmanship on earth, okay, that's pretty good. I think they got that across. I'm not going to read every word, but that looks nice to me. Do they have any credentials, licenses, certifications? And they might not necessarily put that here, but somewhere on there, we don't want to focus on that, but somewhere on there would be nice just to know that they're certified and they do in fact have insurance. So if something goes wrong at your house, you're not out of luck. And then the last thing that we have to have is the name of geography type of name, and I like to have it in this hero section here with and surrounding areas, and they did great at this. So those are things that really those are all essential. Other than testimonials, which you can decide if you want it or don't want it, the other things are absolutely musts. And they did a nice job on this. Other than the fact that the one of the biggest, most important things is the call to action. That's how you make your money, and they did not include that. So the rest of it was good, though. All right, I'm gonna turn it over to Austin for now.
Some things you need for SEO is a unique page for service. So actually, I might have that. Well, it doesn't because their categories aren't filled out. But if you actually have the categories filled out, some of these actually do match. Location in key places. So city, region should appear in your page title. H1, first paragraph, meta description. That's good. I don't think that's H1 or the title, but at least it's up there. Google Business Profile link. So you should have a link to your Google Business Profile. Yeah, I guess I do. Schema markup. So that's just the behind the code scene to show Google where your what your business is and what it does. I'm not gonna check that. A lot of small businesses skip it entirely, but it's an opportunity for those that take advantage of it. Blog or resource section, even 4 to 6 relevant posts answering common customer questions can drive significant organic traffic over time. It also positions you as the expert in your market. So conversion helpers, click to call phone number. Yeah, it's click to call. Yeah, I assume so. That's gonna take me to the phone.
Yeah.
Contact form that actually works. I'm not gonna test it, but I assume it works. FAQ section, which answers a lot of objections before the sales call happens. Yeah, they got that. Service area pager map. I think those are services. It's kind of odd to have service areas and services. But... Oh, wait, is that? Oh, I guess these are services. I thought it'd be like the area. Never mind. Well, they do have a map, right? I saw a map. Maybe not. So you should have a service area page or map. It might be on the site, but I can't find it. I guess it's not on the site. Clear hours and availability. Again, I didn't find that on here. Oh, okay, here. Monday, Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, Sunday closed. Some nice to haves like a live chat or chat bot. It's not completely necessary, but it helps for after hours leads. Before and after photos. So these look like actually a bunch of stock photos, which I'm not in love with, but pretend this was like a sync beforehand, and then after you can show it perfect. I don't know why you'd make a gallery that just has a bunch of stock photos. That's weird, but I won't question it, I guess. Financing options, if you're offering them, have them displayed somewhere. A video, like preferably like a short video from the owner or just someone big in the business, and it helps build trust. An email opt-in, build your email list, and Google reviews widget, which I don't think they have. Yeah, we talked about this in. Oh wait, that was the other. So there's things you can look up to embed Google reviews on a website. You can just use one of these. And some of these you might need a little bit to know how to code. Some of them you don't. Like this one's no code, so it's probably not that hard. They got a lot of big brands up here. But most small business sites get wrong. Just too much text. It's just like it's kind of hard to read all that. Like no clear hierarchy, if that makes sense. Like everything's kind of important. Just a generic copy and paste site that could apply to any business. No local signals for Google to grab on, and then just it's never updated. Like it's built once and then just left there. Uh,
So what we both were trying to say without coming right out and saying it is what you're trying to do when you're making a customer's website is you're trying to make it so that somebody, wants to buy their product. That everything should be about that. So you want the right person to come to this website and say yes, and you want them to do it quickly. So let's see, I'll pick on another website. Just see what that one looks like. All right, let's look at Lee Company. So we come here, and so he did his actually even probably better, but the call to action, commercial and residential services in Bowling Green, probably trying to do a little stuffing of the keywords, but it gets the point across, and we do get to schedule right here. So we got the city names, we got the call to action, so they got the point across. And like Austin says, a lot of times too much text ruins the website. This one did not put too much text. It's pretty easy to read, laid out pretty easy. So a lot of that worked out. But the whole goal is you just want somebody to do the one thing you want them to do, whether it's call, set up an appointment. So if I came to this website, I could click this. Okay, now I'm set up to do exactly what you wanted me to do. So that's it. That's it. Nothing more. Let's just look at one more and see if they did a good job on it too. So far, both of them were at least above average for sure. All right, this one, we don't have a town in here, but we do got the call to action. Call to action is the most important, but it's a weaker call to action where you got to fill out a contact form. Instead of set up an appointment or call direct, but it's still okay. So these are just things you'll pick up as you start doing it, but looks like they gave a separate page for each of their services, so that's good. That probably matched up with their Google Business Profile. But at the end of the day, you're just trying to get people to call the business you're working with. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're getting some value out of these videos, please like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. And we will see you tomorrow.